Toronto, Canada. So.
My sister is living there.
Yeah.
Huh? We are live.
My sister is my younger sister is living there.
Dear all, we are live now. We can start with the program.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Namaskar, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this world. This is our 14th Poesy Tales live meet, English meet. I am your host for the evening. I am Somdatta Mitra from West Bengal, India. And I feel deeply honored and privileged to host this meet with dignified and distinguished luminaries who have taken their valuable time to grace the platform of Poesy Tales. I would like to say a few lines about this wonderful group where we are all encouraged to really bloom and blossom. Poesy Tales group was formed in WhatsApp in the year 2020. Here we have prompt segments of words given by members, picture prompt segments, and then these prompts are compiled into beautiful designs interspersed with lovely artwork. Live online monthly meets in Marathi, Hindi, and English are held. Here, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the admin team for their support. Anupama Kadwarji, the founder of Poesy Tales, Sanjay Vedadji, Ajay Vermaji, Sheetal Pradhan Deshpandeji, and Kunda Bapat ma'am, who is an inspiration and guiding figure for the group, with whose blessings we all continue to flourish. I would like to welcome all the dignified luminaries on this platform in this evening. Dr. Lakshmikant Das, an awardee of Ambassador of Peace from World Literary Forum and a doctorate from various universities and organizations of the world. Welcome,
Thank you.
sir, to the platform.
Thank you.
Our next participant is Sir Rowley Ian James, a leadership and spiritual coach and founder and host of the Inspired Poetry Corner. Welcome, Rowley, sir, on this platform.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Our next participant is Dr. Shudipta Mishra ji, writer, multi-talented artist, and dancer. So I request the audience to stay tuned till the end. Now, without any further delay, let's begin our today's meet. I would like to invite first Dr. Lakshmikant Das. Professor Dr. Lakshmikant Das is a multifaceted personality who has excelled his hub proficiency in various fields of art and culture. Born and brought up from a Brahmin family, Dr. Das is the able son of Kunja Kavi Gauri Ranjan Das, a great poet of Odisha, and the grandson of late S.G. Siropani Das, a famous violin artist. Professor Lakshmikant Das completed his primary and secondary education from native village Sukinda, a district of Jaipur, Odisha. He has completed his master's degree in political science from Utkal University, Odisha, and master in education from Annamala University, Tamil Nadu. As a man of spiritual ideology, he has done PhD on educational philosophy of Sri Sri Thakur Anukal Chandra in the year 2004 from Utkal University. At present, Professor Dr. Dash is serving as head of the department education at Sukinda College, Sukinda, Jaipur, Odisha, India. With a wide teaching experience of more than 29 years to his credit, Dr. Dash is actively involved in many project work and organized national seminars and different social platforms and literary organizations across the world. Many of his poems have been highly appreciated in India and around the globe. Dr. Das has garnered numerous accolades from various Indian and international organizations for his outstanding contributions to the literary world for promotion of art and literature. May I please request Dr. Lakshmikant Das on the platform. Please recite a poem for us in this evening, sir. You are most welcome.
Thank you, sister. I feel immense pleasure by joining this group's literary platform. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Sister Sudipta, Sister Somadita, and Anupama, and my respected Reverend brother Paul L. James in Toronto. So it is a great privilege for me to exhibit my proficiency in this literary platform. I recite a poem named Broken Peace. Peace is broken everywhere. Peace is broken everywhere. No one feels happy anywhere. Conjecture life webbles without happiness. Exuberance of life merged in darkness. The world does not know the importance of peace. Atrocity emerged without heavenly kiss. Every quaint is seen in mundane life. Life dwells in destruction without fights. Peace is the panacea of life. It rectifies the erroneous and strife. Peace upholds the existence towards uphill momentum. It is the shining star of life premium. Life premium. If peace is broken in heart, everything looks perilous in life mat. Life will not recognize its own soul. It suffocates life without any goal. Thank you.
Very nice, sir.
It is a wonderful poem, sir. I know your contents are mostly based on peace, as you are a peace lover like me and like any other person in the poetry platforms. And
I have written more than 500 poems in peace. More than 500 poems in peace and humanity.
That's so wonderful, sir. That is your credit. You have been really giving it a little bloom every day with your artistic caliber. So we will move to our next guest, poet, Mr. Raul I am James. Raul's perspective is rooted in the belief that he is a student of life and thus life is his teacher. He is a leadership and spiritual coach committed to doing his part in uplifting our human consciousness by empowering and inspiring others to love and empathize with themselves. Raul has appeared as a featured artist at Cobalt Poets, Beehive, Spoken Word Online, Gestalt Open Mic, and Pop Chat. He has several poems selected for various anthologies and has authored 2 books of poetry, Truth Experienced and In Flow with Grace. Presently, he is the founder, producer, and host of the Inspired Poetry Corner, a fellow with the International Academy of Ethics, and is committed to creating space and events that spotlight the brilliance of our humanity. Raul continues to embody the spirit of Ubuntu. I am because you are. We wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, on this platform, and we really are excited to hear you. The
Thank
stage is
you.
Most welcome, sir.
Thank you, and blessings and blessings to the founder, blessed host, and my fellow participant today. That's a great start. Nice words, my friend. I'm honored to be here. I'm always honored when I can join other poets and writers in conversation about poetry and life. So I will share a piece with you that I call No Longer a Voice Without Words.
Yes.
Into the dark, starlit sky, the moonlight and I take flight, free to be, heart open wide, as the night air warms the mind and the clouds nourish my soul. In a tear of gratitude, I ponder. Emotions spiral in the rainbow. No longer lost in my feelings, thoughts no longer conflicted, no longer a voice without words. My soul suffered in silence. Fear paralyzed, truth stifled. I was a bird without its chirp, floating in the chaos aimlessly, thoughts dazed and confused. Out of a dream, I awoke into a mantra, an ancient prayer. Unspoken then, words channeled, my pen a lightning rod of feelings, choices not made, hours in this sun. Whispers of change take to the wind across the horizon of the next dawn. I sing with a chorus of broken hearts in a field of brown-eyed tomorrows, no longer a voice without words. End of piece. Blessed poets.
What a wonderful poem, sir. My whispers can connect to your, first of all, Ubuntu. And the second thing is that my whispers can connect to the poem, which you have really enlivened us on this platform. It was such a pleasure having you here.
Excellent poem, sir. Excellent. Very splendid lines.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We will move on with our show, and we'll connect to our next poetess, Dr. Sudipta Mishra. Dr. Sudipta Mishra is a multifaceted artist and dancer. She has weaved more than 100 books. Her third book, The Essence of Life, is credited with Amazon's bestseller, and her new book, The Songs of My Heart, is scaling newer heights of glory. She garnered numerous accolades from the international literary organizations, like the famous Rabindranath Tagore Memorial, Mahadevi Verma Sahitya Shiromani Award, Powerful Woman Award, and so on. She regularly prints articles in newspapers as a strong female voice against gender discrimination, global warming, domestic violence against women, etc. She is pursuing a PhD degree in English. I welcome you wholeheartedly on this platform, Dr. Sudipta Mishra. Ma'am, you're most welcome. Please present and gift us a beautiful poem that you have written for us today. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're
audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You're audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this beautiful introduction. Thank you, Anupama, ma'am, for having me here.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So, here my poem goes. Beyond horizon, let me stretch my eyes. After the meadow of earth, just wait the silhouette of the setting sun. Let me fuse into the vivacious glow of the sky. Let me fly into the wide blue yonder, where the twinkling stars flicker. The star-studded sky with the pearly moon stretches its hand, just like a bright fairy with her enriching wand. Let me wander with the fluttering cloud.
The voice is interrupted.
I think there's some network issue.
Yeah,
Just come online. Yes. There's a slight disturbance. If you can repeat the poem again, please.
Yes, ma'am. I'm repeating the poem. Okay?
Yes.
Now is it audible?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Now am I audible? Okay. So the poem goes, beyond the horizon, let me stretch my eyes up to the meadow of the earth, just where the silhouette of the setting sun lies. Let me fuse into the vivacious glow of the sky. Let me fly into the wide blue yonder, where the twinkling stars flicker. The star-studded sky with a pearly moon stretches its hand, just like a bright fairy with her enriching wand. Let me wander with the fluttering cloud. I desire to scream aloud. The mellifluous sound of the cascades exalts my emotion. Let me dive into the softer layers of the horizon. I desire to drift my lofty soul in the cool breeze of nature. Let me embrace the enigmatic wonders of cosmic celebration, the sky filled with stars blinking at me on many occasions. Throughout the night, I breathlessly stare at such wonders. The bright day dawns on me with exuberant hopes to endure. I sigh with the fast rage of the sun that kisses the vast nature. The world is wide awake at such a marvelous picture. I crave to drift with the creeping birds moving in the distant atmosphere. In such an outstanding aura of nature, I long to relive and stare at the lustrous features, the gigantic hills that spread beyond the silvery sea. I wish to flee with a dreamy eye. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such a wonderful poem. I was just floating in the thoughts, just the vivacity and the description of the nature that you have just placed in this marvelous poetry. I mean, I was just floating in my thoughts and imagining
thank you so
what
much.
it can be,
Thank you
how
so much.
wonderful it can be, how you can paint
Thank
it so wonderfully. And you have painted it so wonderfully with your
you. Thank
artistic
you.
caliber. Okay. I would move to our founder who cannot be, who cannot get away without reciting a poem in front of us. Anupama Kadwad is a multilingual poet from Mumbai, India, who writes in three languages English, Hindi, and Marathi. Her poem book, My World, was published in January 2016. Poet of the Year 2023 award from Asian Literary Society. Some of her poems are published in Scarlet Leaf Review, Meta Worker, Literary Art, Down in the Dark, Poetry Soup, All Poetry, Indus Woman Writing, Eve, Adbhudaya Magazine, Tahira, and other journals. She has conducted honorary classes for spoken English in association with an NGO. Diploma in Customer Service Relation Management. She is a BSc in Statistics, working for a private organization in Mumbai since past 26 years. Ma'am, may I request you to please recite a wonderful poem that you have written?
Thank you so much, Somdattaji. Thank you very much for this introduction. I'd like to thank all the participants, respected participants who have joined us today. And before I begin my poem, I'd like to thank the audience who have joined us. We have Ajay Varmaji, our admin, Kumar Prasanna ji, Madhuri Kulkarni ji, and many others who are listening to us. Thank you all for your support. My poem is on self-time. As we all know, in this busy world, it's very important to find some self-time. So I've written a few lines on the same. In this fast-paced life, everyone is running around. In this fast-paced life, everyone is running around like a nomad wherever livelihood is found. So caught up in this hectic daily grind, time to care and nurture self we rarely find. So caught up in this hectic daily grind, time to care and nurture self we rarely find. After a while, all this crowds the mind, frantically tries to peace find. After a while, all this crowds the mind, frantically tries to peace find. The worldly pressures seem of less importance. Soul tries to detach itself from things' ambivalence. the worldly pleasures seem of less importance. Soul tries to detach itself from things' ambivalence. In our quest to seek quietude, it is essential to change our attitude. We wander around in soul searching with our efforts far stretched and far reaching. We wander around in soul searching with our efforts far stretched and far reaching. Technology has taken over daily lifestyle. We lose ourselves in this cycle for a while. Technology has taken over daily lifestyle. We lose ourselves in this cycle for a while. Then, as we near the boundary and threshold, realize that we are caught in this superficial hold. Then, as we near the boundary and threshold, realize that we are caught in this superficial hold. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
What a wonderful, pleasurable, exciting poem, ma'am, you have written. I must say over this that there are often so many moments where I really want to keep myself away, like you have written in your poem, keep myself away from the worldly pressures and indulge in poetry. Perhaps there are families who want to pressurize you over the household chores, but some way poets get away from there. So I
Very
am also
true.
like, my soul is also searching for such tranquility so that I can spend little time with my poetry. So that was such an exciting poem and really soul searching. It was soul
Thank you.
searching.
Before we move forward, I'd like to invite the host for today, Somdatta Mitraji. A short profile of Somdatta Mitraji. Poetess Somdatta Mitra has traveled the poetic world through her zeal. She comes from the city of joy, Kolkata. She has received several accolades in daily writing challenges, poetry recital competitions, story writing contests, and painting competitions. She has delivered speeches and conducted literary events as a chief judge and mentor. She has participated in more than 1,000 anthologies and was featured in a few virtual magazines and national and international newspapers for her articles, poems, and short stories. Ma'am, we are privileged to have you with us today. We would
I am so
definitely like
thankful.
to hear
I am
your
so
poem.
thankful for this wonderful, read that you have just laid. And here I will begin with my poem over your
Thank you.
request. The title I've given is A Beautitude with Lavenders. Beautiful ink, pink, soft and tender, in silent tranquility, the spirit that enhance. Lavenders are appealing and attractive. Fascination engulfed to paint in my own canvas. Unique and beautiful, their soft petals whispers to sing a song for a melody to surpass. One might expect the nightingale to perch, and the wood thrush, cardinal, and wrens do usher in the plush green meadows which are hush. The heart wrenches for a romantic fervor. The serenity here attracts the soul in its other with beauty of nature that pervades all around. Let me paint a beautiful picture of this inflorescence. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent.
Amazing, ma'am. Very nice.
Thank you. I would like to express myself a little over the fact that we are discussing poetry, we are discussing poems. So, what exactly is poetry? I always wanted to share these feelings in one platform, and this is I think the perfect time to really rewind this. What is actually poetry? Poetry is a condensed form of writing as an art. It can effectively evoke a range of emotions in the reader. It can be presented in a number of forms, ranging from traditional rhymed poems such as sonnets to contemporary free verse. Poetry has always been intrinsically tied to music, and many poems works with rhythm. It is a type of literature written in verse that uses figurative language or language that can have different meanings from what is literally said to give multiple shades of meaning to a word or phrase. Example of structured poetic forms include haikus, limericks, and sonnets. Poetry is literature that evokes a concentrated imaginative awareness of experience or a specific emotional response through language chosen and arranged for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. I can't wait to relate to you all about a few dignified poets that we remember all time in our envision, in our thoughts, in our memories. So I would like to relate a few of my favorite poets and their creative work.
Sure.
Some of my favorite poets are William Wordsworth. I really cherish I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, The Solitary Reaper. Then Sarojini Naidu, the famous poem The Bangle Sellers really haunts me every time I get so crazy. In the bazaars of Hyderabad, which is very, very popular. Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali. It's very, very, kind of inspiration to everyone. Where the mind is without fear. William Shakespeare for his sonnets, John Keats' Ode to Nightingale, Emily Dickinson, The Love a Life Can Show Below, Maya Angelou, Still Like Air, I Will Rise, John Milton, Paradise Lost, and Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. So again, I will get back to the second round of this meet, and I will invite the poets once again, one by one, for reciting their next poem. So at the moment, I will request Dr. Lakshmikant Das. Sir, you're most welcome for the second round. Please recite a wonderful poem for us.
This poem is dedicated to Revered Brother James. As I know, he is a spiritual, ideological person. And for that reason, I dedicate my poem to Revered Brothers. My soul. Ingredient of my soul is your gift. Ingredient of my soul is your gift. You manifest my existence for conscious meat. From time immemorial, I am searching your existence. By your blessing, my soul takes bath with radiance. You uphold my life for a greater cause, for a great cause, as if I realize you in every element pulse. My life will endure with love and humanity. I can spread the nectar of fragrance for divinity. My life is entombed with illusion after taking bath, unable to remember the agreement of your math. Cosmic greed makes me life fragile. My soul is unable to understand your smile, your smile. Give me wisdom as if I know you very well. I can hear your sound of bell. My life always enchants your name for eternity. You keep my soul for heavenly integrity. Thank you.
Excellent, sir.
This is a really, really fantastic poem, brother. And I think this calls for Ubuntu. I always remember this word. And this was really a, a cheer up to Ubuntu, I think. So thanks
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
yes, thanks for gifting us this beautiful.
But this poem is dedicated to Revered Brother James.
We are very happy that you
I'm
did
very,
that.
very grateful. It's a good piece, and it does capture the spirit of Ubuntu, and it also represents a sense of balance from, so is above, so below, but so within, so without. So, the wisdom that we always seek tends to always lie within. So that was, very nice, and I'm grateful that you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good words. Very good words.
So it rings the bell of our temple. So as I move onward ahead, by requesting Sir Raul I.M. James once again for the second round of his poetry recitation. So the stage is all yours.
Thank you.
Please recite a poem for
Before I
us.
recite this poem, this is a poem I'm actually still working on. So I'm going to treat you guys to something that's still in the works. It's a very long poem, but it kind of ties into, how I look at life. I believe in a time and place for everything. And we live in a world of duality. So therefore, we must understand light and dark together, not just one or the other. As much as I would love peace, I accept that war is part of that equation as well. It's part of our humanity. And that's what, to me, poetry is. Poetry didn't start in the academic halls. Poetry started on the ground with the people. And it's how we express life, how we express ourselves, how we express the harshness of life through poetic words that sometimes rhyme, that sometimes doesn't. I don't worry about necessarily rhyming anything. I just focus on the message that I believe I'm receiving from the ethers to then share with the people, and it's up to them what they will take from what I share. So here's a piece that I call Seasons Change. My goddess is the celestial light of the ages. It is her beauty that shines rays of splendor everywhere in the robust seasons of time. In my desires, the silence reflects my hopes as the cross of agony fills my sleepless nights. Within the garden, I toil in longing memories. My sacrifice is the prize for love unspoken. So is above, so is below. The garden sprouts the genesis of all dreams, a celestial seed planted in her fertile capacity. To bring forth a child, the blossom of tomorrow, baptized in the waters of vitality. I bathe in the unfolding fragrance of your light. Welcomed by the morning's dew, a sonnet of golden rays shines upon your love. As the first tide withdraws back into the sea, only to return with the noon, feeding the soul. The eternal fire burns in majesty as whispers spark rainbows of your beauty. Remorse no longer intoxicates my heartbeats. On the winds of my warrior prayer, I rode a carousel of spiritual reflections. I awoke to a chorus of songbirds uncaged in the season of redemption. The goddess awaits my Thor from winter's isolation. In the short frozen days of enchanting time, your charms are neither near nor far. My mind open to the beholder of your wilds, here flowing, a lifeline to my wondrous soul. I see beyond the gates of our heavenly home as I sit with silent smile of silky moments. Your beauty holds me captive in my odyssey. 1,000 souls take to the high seas in quest for glory, to be immortalized by the passions of imagination as craved pigments await their turn on holy ground. If only for a moment to bask in her reverence and to be bewitched once again by her charms. Out of the tranquil days of hibernial wisdom, I seek to wrap myself in the scent of her warmth. Like the falling snow in a multitude of familiar, notorious whispers glow where joy is unveiled. Thy beauty, a poem that speaks of contentment on wings free to soar beyond words unbroken. Your voice rings like 1,000 kisses upon my lips, a prelude to the rebirth of life, a promise fulfilled. Angels' wings take flight, love's halo shines in the moonlight as we journey through portals of passion into a new dawn. Spring's sweetness returns, a renewal of your inner beauty as our desires take root in the shape of a weeping willow. My longing was tempered by the chill of an autumn eve. A symphony of 1,000 crushes escaped from my heart. To play in the falling leaves, colors wrapped in full delight, as we nestled into love's reality and the kinfolk of the season. In the distance, I gaze upon the silence of a setting sun, to swaddle our temple safely in the sound of tranquility. This epic adventure takes us back to the Tower of Virtues and the goddess lighthouse lit by the flame of sincerity. It holds memories of our lovemaking by the tabernacle and hints of a flute's note, no words required, tranquil in my intent. I am a character in her story, transcendent of time's fabric, singing a song in gratitude once again for the honor of her hand. End of piece.
Thank you. Excellent, excellent.
An excellent poem, sir. If you can imagine me as a butterfly who is hovering around the poem and really cherishing the flavor of spirituality. I don't know much about spirituality, but I can really visualize it through your poetry. And that tranquility, that mesmerizing scene that you created, it has impacted me a lot. So thank you for such a pleasurable journey that you gave us through your artistic caliber. It was really truly an inspiring poetry for all of us. Thank you,
Very
sir.
enchanting lines, sir. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
think you do understand spirituality, because my belief is we are spirit. And as spirit in these physical bodies, everything we do is spiritual, because I cannot be anything other than spirit in this body.
It's an exploration of the soul. My soul was really hovering around through that butterfly that could really cherish that essence and the flavor of your poetry. So slowly I am succumbing to it, I guess. Okay. So okay, ma'am is disconnected, I guess. Sudipta Mishra, ma'am. So we will continue with Anupama, ma'am. Ma'am, please recite one poem for us for the second round and gift us one of your essence.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Sudipta, are you there?
We can't see you, Sudipta ji. Your video is off. Can you please put it on?
No, my camera is on actually.
Okay.
Oh, we can't see you. That is why I was asking. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so it's your turn, ma'am. Please gift us one of your wonderful poem for the second round.
Yes. If I am not seen, let my voice be heard. Okay.
Yeah, now no. Now you are visible. Now you're visible.
Okay. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
I request the others to mute their mics, please, so that we can hear Sudipta ji clearly.
So, the title is In Your Memory. Night after night, I try to trace your same fragrance, the same old scent of your messy wardrobe that you left with me, of course, with your departure. Oh yes, I try to trace you amidst the crowd, but in vain. Like a corpse, I suffer from lifelessness. I meet outsiders. I try to identify with you, their fake laughter. I move here and there for the sake of the same pleasure, but in vain. I am chased by the same hunger. Nobody can repair my damaged soul. I return desperately from each door to my lonely store. Like a candle I burn, without any respite from the echoes of your lovely chatters. Once my room was filled with your endless chats. Now, with my misery, I seek my expiration from my unwanted living. Oh,
Ma'am,
so
it should
sad
go on.
poem.
I think it should go on. I mean, I was just listening to you. It is a little, it has a little bit of pessimism, sadness, but it was so soothing, so very rejuvenating to our hearts. I mean, I was like, it should go on. It should have some more, stanzas to it. So I felt like going on with the poem. So that was
I
so
swear.
wonderful. Thank you for gifting us your beautiful poem.
Sorry, I have not written so many lines. Sorry.
No, no, but it was
It was
so
heart
very,
touching.
very
Yes.
wonderful. So very wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you
We
for listening to
move forward to our founder, Anupama Kadwad, and here we request her for her poem.
Thank you so much. My second poem is based on moon. We all are fascinated with the moon. So here are a few lines I've penned on the same. Luminous moon and sparkling stars have cast their light on my way. Luminous moon and sparkling stars have cast their light on my way. Was treading on the rough, dark path. Do not dread, they did softly say. Was treading on the rough, dark path. Do not dread, they did softly say. As I gaze at the translucent sky, the translucent blue moon makes me sigh. As I gaze at the translucent sky, the luminous blue moon makes me sigh. As it casts on me its magical spell, on the labyrinth of feelings I dwell. As it casts on me its magical spell, on the labyrinth of feelings I dwell. Floating in the galaxy, my buoyant feelings, peeping into the dreamland of moon's dwellings. Floating in the galaxy, my buoyant feelings, peeping into the dreamland of moon's dwellings, trying to capture the myriad hues, chasing the tufts in clusters of blues, trying to capture the myriad hues, chasing the tufts in cluster of blues, like illustrious particles embedded in the reams. I have woven my precious, beautiful dreams, like illustrious particles embedded in the reams. I have woven my precious, beautiful dreams. Thank you for listening. Thank
Such a
you all.
wonderful poem, ma'am.
Thank you.
Beautiful it is. I was like thinking, had I been a Jupiter or a Venus or something of that sort, Saturn, I would have been really enjoyed the company of a moon. Such a wonderful artistic presentation in your poem.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am.
much, ma'am.
As we move further, I'd like to invite our host and most wonderfully hosted program, Somdatta ji. I'd like to congratulate you for the same, and we would definitely like to hear your second poem. So, most welcome, ma'am, to present your second poem.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. This is such a pleasurable journey with Poesy Tales here today. And
Thank you.
I will begin my poetry. The title is World Art Day.
Okay.
A freedom of artistic expression, cultural diversity receives a recognition. Credentials of our art forms bend the throttle. Escapades in explorations marveled. Minds diverged in articulation. Brushes and pencils fulfill the dreams in a foundation. the beatitude in creativity, the colors that dig the awareness in a sensitivity. Artists are the Pied Pipers of our society, integrating hearts with their creativity. Their expressions and ideas, their concepts, passion, and thoughts are the assets of the galleries. Museums preserve their endeavors. History reiterates their charisma. UNESCO has felicitated a special day to promote enjoyment, diffusion, and concentration as a gateway. Exhibitions, sculptures, paintings, and murals uplifts the vision of an artist and showcasing a morale, surpassing the natural audacity, reaching heights with passion and density. The pains of the ecstasy are revealed. The storms or the vainglory that appealed. Art remains a silent maneuver of dominant expression, where the mind is free and suave. Thank you. That was my
Excellent. Stunning coverage.
Lovely
Beautiful.
poem.
thank you, everyone. So
Wow.
with that,
Wonderful.
thank you, ma'am. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this beautiful, wonderful, exciting, interesting episode of Poesy Tales here with our luminaries who have gifted us with some in enjoyable moments with their powerful poems. I thank each one of the luminaries for joining the meet, making it a successful event. I thank the Poesy Tales admin team inviting me here as a host today. I will like to request Anupama Katwad ma'am to say a few words before we take a leave. Ma'am, please say some
Uh,
words before we
yes.
conclude.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Dr. Sudipta ji, Dr. Lakshmikanta Das ji, and most are honored to have with us Ian Ravle Sir ji. Sir, it was a privilege to have you on our program today, and really an honor to share a platform with you. And it was excellent listening to the recitals of each and every one of you all. And Somdatta Mitraji, you really made the show a very nice. You took it to a different level altogether. So
Thank you.
definitely, thank you so much. And I'm sure you all will definitely join in our next meets as well. And thanks one and all. And like to thank our audience who are listening to us and taken time from their busy schedule, each one of you all, to join today's meet, and even the audience who are listening to us. Thank you so very much for being a part of this meet and supporting Poesy Tales. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
would like to
Thank
thank
you,
the
everybody.
audience. Our powerful audience has given us the real spirit of enlivening this wonderful meet. Without the audience, this would have been incomplete. So thank you, audience, for being a part with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.